looking for overall, was a vendor who we knew could meet all of our needs in a comprehensive fashion, and at the same time, be there long term. In our minds, software is in some ways software, but it's really organizationally the support and the effort put forth by the vendor that really makes it successful or not.
We were very concerned about the future and how we were going to handle much of the trends in healthcare regarding measuring quality and being able to become more efficient with our productivity and having a fully integrated healthcare system.
I think we live in a world where almost anything is possible from an electronic standpoint, but having the same vendor and the integration among all the systems, I think, just makes life easier from an execution standpoint.
The software itself, we felt, had many features that were very beneficial for us and fit with us. The ability to integrate the systems, the ability to, I think, grow and expand with us. We felt that that was important, and I think the way in which the staff at Sage, I think, backed up the system and were able to work with us in a very team approach, I think was also very important.
Any implementation, you have objectives and you hope that things go absolutely perfectly. In the real world, we know that doesn't happen.
They recognize that no matter how much time you put in for preparation and planning, which is very important and key to the success of the implementation of the electronic health record, that there's going to be surprises.
Physicians who have never turned on a computer in their lifetime, and now you're asking them to see 25 or 30 patients a day and capture it all electronically. That's a huge undertaking.
I got comfortable using the system almost right away. I spent about half a day with the trainer, and right after that I felt very comfortable. Very user-friendly and very easy to use.
Preparing for the organization to be switched over into this system was basically very seamless.
All our staff at Center for Diagnostic Imaging, they absolutely love this system. Very easy to use, not only for radiologists, but also from technology's point of view.
They would take a few key individuals and train them first, and then we were considered the trainer. Then we would go and train our employees. So it was kind of called Train the Trainer. It was extremely beneficial because we were constantly relearning what we were teaching those individuals.
The relationship with Sage has been very, very positive and very promising.
The electronic health record clinically, I think, provides us with information where that's oriented in a way that we can identify patient needs for each particular specialty, such as setting up protocols and templates whereby we can retrieve information and identify patients that need certain lab work on a regular basis.
Patients, see the physician operating with an electronic system. It creates a level of confidence that they know that their health status is being documented accordingly, and that decisions are being made, in a more guided way, as opposed to, just the way things may have been done historically.
We are involved for the past 3 years in a medical home model pilot program, and the software has been very useful to us in being able to pinpoint areas in which we can intervene so that patients can receive timely services. The end result is that the patient receives better care because the physician is making a decision with all the pertinent information.
The key features of the RIS PAC system that we have for our organization is definitely one thing that comes to mind is having the ability to schedule multiple tests. I'd have a patient and I'd have to schedule them for multiple testing for the same day. It is with ease that I'm able to pick different modalities for that patient for the same day.
Ever since we got the system, the speed of reading cases have increased, access to images have increased, And referring physicians absolutely love it because they can access the images right away.
We can have a patient call, say for an MRI, and there's a few pop-up alerts that we have put in specifically in our facility. And they would highlight to the person that's scheduling that patient. Take for example, does the patient have a pacemaker? Would that patient be a diabetic and they're fasting? These pop-up alerts are a very easy way to instruct the scheduler on pertinent information that is required for that patient to have the study.
Patient care is enhanced because of the speed that I can do the studies, or I can read the studies, and I can also manipulate images, and I can send the key images to the referring physicians so they can take better care of the patients.
We love the concept that they have a task box in this system. Instead of sending out an email, which may take a few minutes, this task system alerts the physician if we wanted to say, oh, can we do this patient with contrast, or do you have blood work? We get an instant message back from that physician if he's at his desk through that system. It is, again, very efficient.
We can know where the areas are of need and then develop programs that would be supportive to patients in being able to have alternatives in the way in which they pay for some of these services.
You'd like to alert the patient in coming in for their MRI if they have an exact copay, and we can tell them. This way they know up front how much money needs to be collected.
We're able to, not only see information on a patient-by-patient basis, but we're able to see information across all of our patients so that we know where there are trends, and it helps us tremendously in our planning process. In fact, the information led to us revising our whole collection policy.
We see the data, more timely. I think there's the ability to drill down to levels that, historically we weren't able to.
There's a great tracking system that allows us to go through the following day and call those patients that didn't show up or, canceled for some reason.
Patients feel much more informed, and they feel as though they're more a part of their own care.
Right after the study is finished, if the patient requests the copy of the films, or if the referring physician is looking for a copy of the films, we make the CD right away and give it to the patient.
I just had a patient today come up to me, and she was so thrilled. She wanted to talk to somebody and just give comments on how well our system is running, because from the moment they walk in the door, they're taken within minutes, back to the proper modality and, explained in detail what they're getting done.
It has made our systems and our businesses very efficient in the new world, where we get compensated, based on value as opposed to volume. I think that's where the integration of the systems is really going to come into play, where we have the ability to really, look carefully at and measure how we perform organizationally from a clinical and from a quality standpoint.
This doesn't mean that they have to lose the art of practicing medicine and the importance of the caring and nurturing, that is there with patients. If you view the technology as a tool and not an end in itself, but a way in which to enhance your care with the patient and perhaps give you even more focused time. It may not be a matter of spending more time, but I think it's the question of being able to spend the quality time.
The patients are very pleased to see that the physicians and the organization have made the investment, number one, that we've moved into the electronic world, and secondly, I think that they feel safer. I think that they know that now we can be better at making sure that they get the right care at the right time, and that they're not going to get lost in the system, in the world of stacks of papers and reports, etc.